He's explaining something to the deputy. He said right now something. I think he's gonna have him get out of the car. The guy is arguing with the cop. He's got a whole bunch of paper in his car. Oh, he's making him get out. That dude's pissed. Okay, now he's doing a Terry frisk. He's gonna handcuff him. Hopefully I didn't shake the camera too much. I was trying to watch where I was walking. I'll have to go back and look at that. Or no, I'm just gonna throw it up there for you guys. And the guy got... You're just being detained, he said. For what? Why is he being handcuffed if he's being detained? Unless he's on parole or probation. Okay, and by the way, 148A, obstructing, delaying, or interfering. I'm doing none of those. I'm not obstructing, delaying, nor interfering. So, try not to shake it, guys, but I'm zoomed in a little, so. They put him in the back of the police car, but he's just detained. This is his vehicle. He had a whole bunch of paperwork. He was like shuffling papers. And the cop said, finally, just get out of the car. And he got out with kind of an attitude. I would too. Be pissed off if it was for no reason. But we are the community's body camera. So, but he's not arrested, he's just detained. Even though he's in the back of a police car with handcuffs on. The cop's probably telling him, I got somebody filming me right now. I do have my press credentials around my neck. And again, I know that you guys say we don't need those, you know. We have a First Amendment right to do this. But the press credentials are kind of like our badge, if you can understand that, to where they look, I'm not just some guy holding a phone that was walking up the street. I'm a journalist. I have press credentials around my neck. So it's like a little more added, you know, if they mess with me, it's like, you're not messing with some guy with a camera. You're messing with a journalist, dude. And I am registered with the International Freelance Photographers Organization. So, you know, puts you in a whole new category. Not a whole new category, but a whole different category. We're all journalists, all Americans, I should say, are journalists under the First Amendment. And in California, on Article 1, Section 2, we're all journalists if we want to be. Grab a camera or start a blog or get out there and do your thing. But when you have the credentials around your neck, that's kind of like an added oomph, an added, oh, if you mess with me, you really are messing with a journalist, so I'd fucking get back to work, you know, kind of a thing. So I wonder if this is the deputy that was following me tonight. Probably not, but there was a deputy in a car like this one, and he pulled out of the Highland police station. I was doing the speed limit, but he started going up the road on Baseline. I was like, all right, whatever. I was heading into San Bernardino, and he came up behind me and got right on my ass. I mean, if I held my hand out the window, we could have shook hands while we continued to drive, and he was behind me. But that's how close he was. He could have just reached over to my back seat and grabbed a bottle of water out of my back seat. That's how close this guy was. And I'm not saying that was this deputy, but he was driving a car like this one. There's probably like 6 of those on tonight, maybe. But that deputy was on my friggin' ass, dude. I thought, I don't know where he's going. I'll change lanes and let him get by. So I changed lanes, and he slowed down. And then he changed lanes and got behind me again. And I was like, you motherfucker. And I went across Del Rosa on Baseline, and then he got in the left turn lane at Del Rosa and stopped at the red arrow. I continued down Baseline into San Bernardino. But I was waiting for him to pull me over. I mean, I had my stuff on, my camera ready to go. All I had to do was hit the button with my finger, on my iPhone that is. Just hit the red button. It would have been recording. So I was ready to go on that one, man. I was like, this motherfucker crazy, dude. He's on my ass. So it was... Here comes another one. We got a second one probably coming up here to tell me to move. But again, 148A, I am not obstructing, delaying, nor interfering. So 148G then comes into play. I have a right to record. I'm not suspicious. They want me to move, they'll tape it off. They can put crime tape up. So we'll see what this, oh, it's a female. She probably won't say anything. She's pretty cool. She's the one I saw pull out of the station earlier, and I thought she was going to come my way. She didn't. She went the other way and then went up Central from Baseline. Anybody in Vidal Junction, California? There's a car accident. And I'm not live streaming because I really didn't know how long this was going to take. And I always feel bad when you guys join the live stream and the cops are driving away. And I'm like, sorry guys, I'm done. Now, if he lets this guy go, then this guy was handcuffed and put in the back of a car. On nothing. So he went through the whole car. Now she's going to go to the car. He's going to go talk to the driver. He's handcuffed, but he's only detained. Only detained, guys. Yeah, this guy had an attitude too, man. So I want to walk over and see what he's doing to that, or talking to that guy back there. But I really don't want to leave her if she starts going into that car. She put her gloves on, so she's going into the car. See if she finds anything. She's going through the now what I want to know is, did he give consent to search? Did he give them consent for her to go into the trunk of the car and the search? Or are they just doing searching because it's a traffic stop and he's detained? A lot of people don't know their rights and they think the police can just start searching in your car. But I want to know if he gave consent for that. If not, then they're violating his Fourth Amendment right to be secure in his persons and property. Well, more his property, his car. Uh-oh, we got a cat burglar, guys. Guys, we have a cat burglar. It's a cat burglar. Alright, they're out. They're creeping. And they creep creep in the night. So I think that guy's now getting arrested because he closed the door on him. So now they're having a powwow. She's swinging her arms. I should walk up and ask her, hey, can you touch your elbows together behind your back? I know some people can. Can you try that for me? See if she'll do it. They found something in the car or something because he's going back now to talk to him. So I think they found something. These guys up here are lighting up the thing for us. Thanks, guys. Up here in this restaurant, oh, they're pulling out of the restaurant. That's why. Oh no, they're gonna pull him out. They're gonna let him go now. I wonder if they're letting him go because we're recording. I wonder. Things that make you go, I wonder why are they letting him go? Because I'm recording. That's why. The camera keeps another one out of jail. Yeah, I told him earlier when he was handcuffing him, I don't know if I picked it up, that he said, keep your hands in the small of your back. He's following right up here. So he's going to take him over there to talk to him. That means we're going over here. She has the stands. Stance. See how she's standing, so if he tries to run, we'll go over here.
So I'm going to give you a series of tests. Before I give you this test, I'm going to ask you to understand that once the test is started, I can't do the test. Okay? The objective of me, or the objective is not to...
He's going to do a field sobriety test now. The reason I walked over here is he turned on his spotlight, probably on that car, probably to light up the car. I think it was more to light up the car than me. But since he did it, I came around on this side. So they say they don't like people standing behind them, but I'm not going to do anything. I'm standing and recording. Here comes the security guard. See what he says. That's in one of them. Oh, that's his truck right there. So he's doing the law enforcement calisthenics. Yeah, the Highland Police Department's usually pretty kosher about me recording. You know, they're trying to get the whole sheriff's department to be that way because John McMahon has high standards. He basically wants to work with the media. That includes cop watchers. as long as we are polite and do our thing, you know, he'll work with us. However, that doesn't mean we're going to let them treat us like crap. So that's what I say. I think Victor Valley Station, they got a couple of them up there in Hesperia and Apple Valley. I think they didn't get the memo yet. Right, they're supposed to be working with camera people, not putting flashlights in our face and spotlights in our face and talking about High Desert Community Watch. The deputy lit him up the other day and then started talking very unprofessional and childish to High Desert Community Watch. I'm like, you know what, John McMahon don't fly with that, deputy. So hopefully Philip went over and made a complaint, because John McMahon, I'm sure he'll put his foot down and say, we don't do that, deputy. We're better than that. You know, and then the deputy going out to he's a new one, I'm sorry, California Integrity, I think. Forgive me for forgetting that, but you're new. I am subscribed to you. But going to his screen door and saying, open the door, I'm going to rip the door down. Like, you're going to what? Without a warrant? So I sent that video to John McMahon and the Sheriff's Department. I said, Sheriff, we're better than this. Talking about our county. You know? So while I'm talking, he's doing the law enforcement calisthenics. Now see, the traffic stop was for something else, I believe. Because the guy was shuffling papers and he was handing the deputy paperwork, and I don't know if he just bought the car or if he was looking for the registration. So it was a traffic stop for something. He was shuffling papers. Then he handcuffs him and says, you're just detained. She comes out. Both of them search the car one at a time. And now he's doing the DUI FST. He said, why are you shaking? Gee, I don't know why I'm shaking. You got me doing a field sobriety test and you got two deputies with guns there. I don't know why I should be shaking. You just had me in handcuffs in the back of a car. What's this? Is this another deputy? Oh no, that's not a deputy. I thought there was a third unit coming. It's a silver Ford Explorer. But we have a traffic stop, search the car, then pull the guy out and go, okay, now we're going to do field sobriety test. Now, if he passes this, dude. And if they don't pass the calisthenics, usually they give them a breathalyzer. Yeah, usually I give them the breath test if they don't pass this, or they could do blood. I did a blood test. I did both. And the judge said I came in at 0.08. He said you could get the defender if you want, public defender, and and look at what reckless. And I told the judge, you know what? What's the fine? Let me just do this. The only reason I did that was because it was stupid of me to even be in that position. That was like 10 years ago, almost 11 years ago now. But I wasn't married. I was single, depressed, kind of out of it, bored with life. So I was drinking all the time. And I started doing journalism. Like I don't know, I got a new camera. And I was already doing YouTube at the time. I just wasn't doing all this journalism, Copwatch stuff. But I got a new camera, and I thought, hey, I could start doing like stories here in town. Let me get a scanner. And then here comes your third unit, right? Oh no, that's San Manuel Police. But then somebody called and said, or messaged me. Somebody messaged me and said, yo, dude, there's a whole bunch of stuff going down at the Watchers. Google, you type of Watchers. Or YouTube, you type of Watchers. And they said, dude, you got to get down here, man. So I went, I could drive down there real quick, do it, and drive home. It's right down the street. And little I know the cops would show up, and they go, how'd you get here? And one of the Watcher guys goes, he drove that car. It's like, damn. So I got caught. But, now I'm married. I got stepchildren. I got a wife. I can't be doing that shit. So I haven't drank and drove for, God, almost 11 years now since then. Well, I said, now I'm married, I got stepkids, I got responsibilities, I got a good job. Can't be doing that stuff. So he's making him sit down and cross his feet. But it's funny because when or that one deputy, or officer out of Corona that doxed me, he was like, who are you to record DUI stops and stuff? You have, well, if someone would have recorded me that night, fair is fair, man. Fair is fair. Like I said, I was a different person then. Now that I'm married and with stepkids, and it changes you, man. Because I was never married before. I never had kids. Went through my whole life, no married, no kids. And then once you get married and have stepchildren, or even children, your biological children, it changes you, man. It really changes you. Like, I'm a different guy now than I was then. I'm not depressed. I'm happy with, this Copwatch and stuff I'm really into. Not just because, it keeps me from being depressed, but I'm passionate about this, man. I mean, when I do my editorials, some of them I read what cops do and I go, how in the hell do these cops get away with this stuff? Like right now, let's say they walked up and grabbed him, threw him on the ground. Well, I'm not going to go with a hypothetical. Let's go with Glendale, Arizona. Guy on a bait bike and grabbed the bait bike, and then they chased him through the mall, or it was near the mall, right? That shopping center. The guy puts his hands up and he's standing there with his hands in the air like, I surrender. The cop walks up and just tases him for no reason, just tase him. And I'm so glad that there was a camera there to catch that. What if something like that were to happen here and nobody was recording? The cops would go, oh, well, this is what happened. No. What happened was on my camera. And I'm not saying they would lie, but we have deputies that do it. I experienced one deputy that's a liar. He's a liar. And I can prove he's a liar on video. So yeah, they're out there, guys. You give them their date of birth, your date of birth, and then they tell dispatch, he's refusing to give me his date of birth. You know why he kept asking it and kept asking it? So that he could say, I'm refusing to give it. But I already gave it to him and he wrote it down. I know I keep harping on that, but you guys have to get it. You have to, it has to register with your understanding that you have to record the police. If I had not been recording, because he told me, put that down. He was talking about my camera. And he said, could you put that down? If I had put that down and just not stopped, and I stopped recording, it would have been his word versus my word. He could have said anything, done anything. But I said, no, I'm not putting it down. I'm going to continue to record. Are you kidding? They're asking him if he goes by any other first names. So did he pass the FST? Is that why they're running him now? Because they're not arresting him for suspicion of DUI. So what was the FST for? Was that to see if he failed so that they could get him for DUI? That guy looks like a doctor. Yeah, he just went in front of me. He looks like he might be a doctor. Sorry if I moved the camera. I was looking back. This is stupid. I'm on my iPhone right now. Coming up on 27 minutes. I'm just going to put this straight up too. So they pulled him out of his car, handcuffed him, put him in the police car, and took him out, did a field sobriety test. Now they're running his information. I want to see what I'm waiting to see what the disposition is. And remember, you guys can always click through this if it gets a little slow or starts to drag. You know, like if you're on the iPhone watching this on the YouTube app, I think Android might be able to do it too. But I'm an iOS user. You tap it twice with your finger and you can set it in the app to go up forwards 10 seconds, 15 seconds, or 30 seconds at a time. You just tap it. So if these videos ever get a little slow where you're like, this is kind of dragging, just tap it with your finger a couple times and push it ahead. See if you get to some exciting part. I don't have it trained on them. I'm waiting on them to see what's going on. What's going on? What's going on? I gotta get up at like 7:30 tomorrow morning. Go to a car wash. It's a fundraiser for a charity. Someone that passed away here in Ukaipa. His name was Austin. Everybody here just about was following his story. You know what, I take it back. I have to put this on iMovie first. Fix the voice, and then I'll send it to you guys. I don't want the audio to be too low. And I should just upload it in the morning. Because, I mean, most of you guys are probably asleep right now. And over half of you are. I'm not. I'm out here. So I'll put this up in the morning, and you guys are awake and you can watch it. I really have to go to the bathroom though. Damn, I was gonna go to Redlands too to see if they were messing with any of the drunks. I guess that's out. There's a bunch of people up here on this wall over here to my right where the restaurant is. And they're all watching to see what's going on. They've been watching the whole time. All right, here we go. We're on. We paused. Still waiting. I know you guys probably want me to get closer, but you guys can see from here. I mean, so many people are like, you're like a mile away. I'm not a mile away, so we're gonna walk over here. So here we go. Shit, I should probably came over here to begin with. Well, they're not giving him a breath test, so what was that field sobriety test for? And then asked him, why are you shaking? But you didn't give him a breathalyzer. Unless that's, I don't know. I was gonna say, unless that's what they're waiting on, the Dewey guy to come out with the kit. But, well, no, he is a Dewey guy, because he ran him through the tests. Because to do the field sobriety test, you have to be a Dewey guy. Not every cop is Dewey trained. Maybe. I don't know, they all might be now. But I know back when I was an animal control officer, not all the deputies were Dewey trained. We had to go to a course for it. Learn FST, learn how to use the breathalyzer. If you go up this street over here is Victoria, where all the cars are going through by Arco. You go up to the San Manuel Casino. They have a taco stand up here. They're here every weekend. Might be here every night, I don't know. I see them here every weekend though. Set up there on Highland, just east of Victoria. My hand is going to sleep because I'm sitting here holding my phone. Kind of like a gimbal. A physical gimbal. Human gimbal. He's doing an awful lot of talking. Now, what's that? What's he doing? Stretching? He's doing yoga while this guy's talking to him? Is he getting ready to run after him or something? Doing like hams. Loosening his hammies up. Gotta stretch my hammies. Guys, I am not cutting this. This is gonna be just as is. So he's gonna go talk to his partner over here. What is she doing? Yeah, you really can't see what you're doing. The reason I'm not zoomed in, see how I could zoom in? It's because you lose stability and it starts shaking. And I don't want you guys to feel like you're out in the Titanic, you know, in the middle of the high seas or something. So she closed her car door. It's not like I'm looking at the no. So he's back over here. God, that taco meat smells good, dude. They got that barbecue going. Are they writing him a citation or what is taking so long? Why'd he take him over there is what I want to know. The cop said, let's go over here and talk. And why is that? What are you trying to hide, officer? What are we trying to hide, officer? What is it we don't want the camera to see? Hopefully you guys can see with all the flashing lights here. I mean, it looks good here on my phone. Seems like then I put it on YouTube and it's like, whoa, what the fuck happened? Coming up on 39 minutes. Oh, they're leaving? No, they're watching still. Bumblebee muffler. So is the guy getting in paperwork or something out of his car now? Nope. Oh, he's gonna tow the car. I think they're gonna tow it. That's why he has to get his stuff out and lock it up. So after all that, they're gonna tow his car. After all that, they're just gonna tow it. Did he just lock it? Sounded like he clicked the key thing to lock it because I heard a honk. So if he just locked it, is he gonna let it sit? I don't understand. Now look at the cops watching him, huh? I don't think they're gonna tow it because they didn't. He didn't take a bunch of stuff out of it. He did lock it. I heard the alarm like that right there. So he's over here walking around. Oh, he's going up the ramp. So what are these guys doing then? They taking off? So after all of that, they told him to lock it up and walk home. Handcuffed and detained. Field sobriety test. Sit on the curb for a good 20 minutes, maybe 15 minutes, something like that. I don't know, it seemed like a long time. And then make him walk home. I mean, if you can't drive, I mean, there's maybe no driver's license or expired registration. I can't see the color from here. But put him through all of that to say, all right, you can go, just leave your car. Trying to hear what they're saying. Might as well let this run for an hour, huh? This looks like they're just gonna sit here. Why is she waving her hand? Oh, she's still gonna roll his window down? You can almost hear what she's saying. It sounded like they were gonna grab lunch, go code 7. Couldn't hear though. Okay, I can't hear what they're saying. I'm gonna come down here. Oh, here comes a car. Let me wait for that car to pass. Her door's still open. There she goes. Yeah, I'm gonna come down here. So he's gonna wait on the 1185, huh? So they're gonna tow it. I think she's gonna go through the parking lot and look for my vehicle. He's gonna wait on the 1185. So I guess they're gonna tow it. Yep, she's going that way. So I guess they are gonna tow it. Yeah. I'm gonna keep my camera rolling for a bit. Is that a guy sitting there? Oh, that's a chair. It's a fucking chair over here in the trash can. Yeah, I guess he's gonna wait on the 1185. So I guess they are gonna tow it. That guy didn't have nothing to get out of it, I guess. Normally they get a bag of shit out of there. He didn't get anything. All right, guys. Thanks. I guess he's not gonna tow it. I thought he was gonna tow it, but he's taken off. So I'm wrong. I thought he was gonna tow it. I thought they were gonna go ahead and tow it. But I guess they're not gonna tow it. So they're gonna leave it there. Why do they make the guy walk home then? That's interesting. He's coming this way. Oh, he's gonna park to see what vehicle I get into. So I guess he's gonna leave it there. I thought they were gonna tow it, but I guess they're not. He's gonna see what vehicle I get into. So I'm gonna wait for him. He's got to do his paperwork. See, I'm gonna get in the vehicle and then he's gonna pull me over. So we're gonna go over here. But so we'll go over here and see what unit this is. I noticed he put his window up. He's probably pulling another call. don't know, but yeah, food for less. The L's out. But it's gonna be unit 13. I can't see. I can't see what 13 unit that is. But I thought they were gonna tow it, but I guess not. I'm just afraid to get in my car now because he might pull me over as soon as I pull out in retaliation. I don't want that. My car's parked over here on Victoria. I'll walk over there in a sec. So he has to do his paperwork. This is really a long video if you think about it. There he is. He's gonna... Watch this, guys. Watch. Watch and learn. Watch and learn, guys. Turn left. There you go. Come up behind the vehicle. Watch and learn, guys. Oh no, he's leaving. Oh well. No, he's leaving. I thought he was going to come back this way and start reading license plates. That's what they do. Fishing excursion. What is he at? Yep, he took off.